Hello, everybody. Ember James here from Ember Writes, and I have our Lughnasadh ritual for everybody. You'll need a couple of things, the usual candles, except this time only one for a god, and you'll need a pen and paper, maybe torn or cut up into 3 pieces, something like that. And if you have everything, we'll go ahead and get started. We come to this place and this time to celebrate the holy day of Lughnasadh. I'm not sure that I'm actually saying that right, so if anybody, especially of Irish or somewhere in that general direction descent, actually knows how to say it, feel free to reach out to me on that one. We'll start by setting the circle, and I've done that a couple of different ways. Sometimes I will do it by using my 2 fingers pointing, going around. Sometimes I will take my athame and do that. And sometimes if it's just me, I don't feel the need to walk and visualize it all the way around. Sometimes I'll just do it energetically. So whatever it is that feels comfortable to you, I invite you to try different things and find out what will work for you. The energetic one is also nice if you're still kind of in the broom closet and you're worried about people wondering what you're doing, walking around, drawing something, pointing at something. It's a great way to kind of keep it more internal. So with that one, what I do is I'll close my eyes and I'll start pushing the energy to my hands and rubbing them together. And when I feel ready, I will start to pull my hands apart, and there will be pressure there, pushing them away. And then I'll take my hands and I'll guide the energy around me, and even the working space if I need to. Making sure that it goes above, making sure it goes below, so that we're always contained in this circle. And if you're still, like I said, in the broom closet, you don't even have to go that far. You can just energetically push that energy out around you without using your hands to do it. I just prefer to do it that way. And then we'll go ahead and bring in the elements, the quarters. Sometimes I will face the different directions and actually call them in. With the limited space that I have here, that's why I'm sitting. That's why you'll see I'm not moving a whole lot. But starting in the east, spirits of the east, spirits of air, we call to you. Come into this circle, we ask, and share your wisdom. On the sacred night of Lughnasadh, welcome air. Spirits of the south, spirits of fire, we call to you. Come into the circle, we ask, and share your inspiration. On the sacred night of Lughnasadh, welcome fire. Spirits of the west, spirits of water, we call to you. Come into the circle, we ask, and share your love. On this sacred night of Lughnasadh, welcome water. Spirits of the north, spirits of earth, we call to you. Come into this circle, we ask, and share your stability. On this sacred night of Lughnasadh, welcome earth. Spirits of the land, spirits of this place, you who were here long before us, we invite you into this circle. On this sacred night of Lughnasadh, welcome spirit. And this is where you can light some incense. To signify spirit. Ancestors of blood and ancestors of spirit, you whose child we are and on whose foundations we build, because of you we have life. We invite you into the circle on this sacred night of Lughnasadh. Welcome, ancestors. And then finally, for Lu, the god Lu, Lu of the long arm, master of all arts, we ask your presence and your blessings as we celebrate this festival for you and celebrate it in honor of your foster mother. On this sacred night, welcome Lu. The circle is cast, we are between the worlds. Now that everything's set, take some time to meditate and think upon the blessings for this year. What are you thankful for? Did you get a job after things started to reopen? Did you experience a wedding or a birth? Did something miraculous happen? Maybe did you experience a jump on your spiritual path? Take some time and meditate on that. Think of all the things to be grateful for, but particularly the things that actually happened this past year. Slowly coming back to the present moment, back to where you are seated or standing. Back from the past. If you need more time, feel free to pause this. During this time of year, there was celebration of the first harvest, but also great sacrifice. It could have been the Sun King being sacrificed for later rebirth. It's also about sacrificing time to work the harvest and later enjoy the reaping. There are things to be thankful for, things to enjoy. But what are you willing to sacrifice to continue enjoying what you reap? At this time, take 3 pieces of paper, or 1 piece, or whatever you have, and write down one thing you are grateful for on each piece. I'm writing this in my journal. And then once you've written those down, think about what you want to sacrifice. What is something that you can give of yourself that will allow you to enjoy more blessings to come? It's not unlike making a deal with a god or goddess to do work in exchange for something you want or need, such as you need money to pay a bill, so you speak with your deity of your choosing to help with that. And in return, the deity tells you that you have to donate so many hours to charity. This one isn't so much a deal made with any deities, but what are you willing to give of yourself this year? Write that down. And once you're done with this, place all 3 pieces on the altar, or your paper, or your journal, somewhere where you can set it down. And then place your hands over them and imbue them with the intention to complete the sacrifices within the next year. And then once the circle is complete, celebration is over, you can place them somewhere you find meaning. This might be putting them on your mirror or your desk, somewhere you'll see them all the time. Maybe if you are not ready to have those out in the world, you can put them in a box for safekeeping. Just don't forget about them. Sometimes out of sight, out of mind happens. This is something that you really want to do for the next year. And then typically during this time, after the working or whatever you want to call it is done, meditation, that is often where cakes and ale occur. I typically don't offer it up with these solitary rituals because it feels kind of weird to do that when it's just one person. But if you're doing this with a group, that's the time to do it. Or if you still wanted to participate, you could do that at this time. And what that is normally in a group, you would take whatever sort of food offering and whatever drink offering you want, and you would pass it around and share it with people, and you would essentially tell your fellow witches, group mates, whatever you want to call them, that you hope that they have a great life. They don't hunger, they don't thirst, they don't need for anything, they don't want for anything within the next cycle. So from here to Mabon, from Mabon to Samhain, it continues on, wishing people well. And this time of year is typically about bread. So bread might be the perfect food to hand around and share with everybody. Drink, some people don't do alcohol. So if you're in a group, keep that in mind that you might want non-alcoholic beverages if you need it. So that might be grape juice or apple cider, something like that. And then once that's complete, we'll start saying farewell to those who joined us. Lu of the long arm, master of all arts, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Ancestors, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Spirits of the land, spirits of this place, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. North, spirits of the north, spirits of earth, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Spirits of the west, spirits of water, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Spirits of the south, spirits of fire, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you go, Stay if you will, go if you must, hail and farewell. Spirits of the east, spirits of air, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. Stay if you will, go if you must, hail and farewell. And then finally, when releasing the actual circle, some people will go in reverse, visualizing pulling the energy back in. I prefer to push the energy out and basically provide it to anybody who needs it. I'm already doing well without having that energy because it's sitting around, so I might as well give it to people who might need it. If you do this often, that might not be such a wise idea. You might want to bring it back or store it somewhere. But for things that are infrequent, like rituals and stuff like this, that might work just fine. And so what I'll do is I'll visualize the circle. And then I'll physically push it out. The circle is undone, but never broken. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.